beautiful. Ah! How, oh! Wow. Kia ora and welcome. My name is ZoeStibi and I am your vocal coach for today. We're going to be taking a look at Sissal with Hallucination from Denmark, Eurovision. I've never seen this song before, never heard it. I'm so excited to see what they're up to with their vocal technique. Oh, before I get to the video, if you want to know anything about what I'm talking about in this video, and if you're interested in learning more about how your voice works, then check out the link in the description below because my online singing school is accepting new singing students. We'd love to see you there.
You show me more than meets the eye. You open all the doors inside my mind, and I see colors I never saw before. 1,000 shades of light come to life, making me question.
How did I not see the song before? How did you let me miss the song? This is beautiful. How did I miss this? Oh my God. Sometimes I really do believe that I live under a rock. Sissal, I love it. So we're in the chest voice quality here. Let's just watch that again.
You show me more than meets the eye. You open all the doors inside my mind.
So she's actually doodling around the E3 to up to around the C sharp 4. That's relatively low in the female chest voice register, but we can hear a little bit of breath coming through, which is so important when we're singing that low, ladies, because without that breath, it starts to sound da da da. It sounds really pressed and a bit like not good. Yeah.
More than meets the eye. You open all the doors inside my mind, and I see colors I never saw before. 1,000 shades of light come to life.
So we've got this beautiful, lovely chest. 1,000 shades of life have come to life. So, we've got very little vibrato going on the begin. Still chest voice sound, low, low, low volume, which is really important when we're this low in the range. Otherwise, it does sort of sound a bit foghorny when we're too down, too low. Not saying that Sissal sounds like that. I'm saying she sounds beautiful, stunning.
1,000 shades of light come to life, making me question all that I thought true, all that I'm seeing through you. My vision's blurry, but I can see clearly. Maybe you're losing control. You're my hallucination.
Honestly, this is beautiful. Why did I not look at this earlier? Zoe, this is beautiful. Okay, so chest voice sound definitely going on. We're noticing though a definite reduction in the amount of breath going on. That's going to help us to get louder, and we need to beef up the vocal folds in order to get even louder. Let's just keep watching.
Making me question all that I thought true, all that I'm seeing through you. My vision's blurry, but I can see clearly.
So she's actually on the C sharp 4 there. Ba-da-da-da-da. A darker timbre. You might be listening to that and go like, oh my God, that's really, really low. It's not that low in the female voice register because a darker timbre is dependent on the size of the instrument. So just like my guitars, this guitar is a little bit bigger than this ukulele. So this is going to have a slightly darker, deeper timbre than this one. Although I might be playing exactly the same note, this will always sound higher. So we go, ma-da-da-da-da. Could also be due to the larynx height as well, because that's also going to make my instrument longer and sort of wider.
My vision's blurry, but I can see clearly. Maybe you're losing control. You're my hallucination.
Okay, wow. So super. I'm not sure I like the taking off the jacket right in the middle of like her. I just feel like it kind of took away from it at that moment. But again, that's her thing, not mine. So we've got that and that kind of bit of a yodel in there is going from the chest voice or the thicker vocal folds into stiff vocal folds for the falsetto. That is the plane change that we're hearing there for those sounds. Really important when we're up in that falsetto, reduce the volume to help you stay in tune. So we can, you can see this, your mouth, wider, more open mouth shape there for the chest. For and when she's going into that falsetto, she's closed the aperture of the mouth there. That can help us to stay in tune, but also help us with a bit of back pressure when we've closed the mouth there. But that your mouth, we want more of that trumpet shape for that chest voice sound.
Slipping from reality, you're leading me into another fantasy. Oh, making me question all that I thought you, all that I'm seeing through you. My vision is blurry, but I can see clearly. Maybe you're losing control. You're my
This song is so good. This song is so good. I want to know how tall she is. Now, I can't quite figure out how tall she is, but there is a reason to that, okay? Because the size of the larynx, as I said before, plays into what the timbre is or the color of the sound. Now, someone who is taller would have a larger larynx, and someone who's shorter like myself, and that's why I have a teeny tiny little high voice, is because my larynx is teeny tiny. And I'm very interested to hear more songs of her, because you can't hear one song and go like, she's a mezzo soprano. You have to really hear more, because with the larynx height, you can also make your sound a little bit darker as well, which could just be a decision that she's making there. This is beautiful. Oh my God, what a stunning singer. But you can really tell she's been doing this for a long time.
making me question all that I thought you, all that I'm seeing through you. My vision is blurry, but I can see clearly. Maybe you're losing control. You're my
You can, maybe I'm losing control. Okay, so I did what I always say, like maybe you're thinking this. I thought that was low. She's up on the B4. That really typical. Lowered larynx position will make the sound a little bit darker. So this is where we're sort of like sometimes hearing singers and we're like, oh, I can totally sing that. That's not very high. And we like play it on the piano or look at the sheet music and we're like, that's crazy high. You notice the control. And she moved the lips forward there. Yeah, important for this kind of style of singing. My goodness me, this is just so beautiful. Wow. And this jumpsuit, I'm just like, this just looks so gorgeous. I'm loving this outfit, loving it. Wow. Okay, I can't, it's just so there we go. Perfect. Hallucination. She's doing quite the same sort of volume level there because we don't want to go too loud, especially when we're higher up. That can sort of cause us to go out of tune. Hallucination. We've got this kind of sound. Again, more of a trumpet shape is going to help us to access this sound. Okay, we're up on the E5 there. Honestly, you listen and you're like, that's not very high. Hallucination. We've got this lovely open mouth shape there. You can see that she's pushing the arm out. Now, look, I'm not Sissal and I don't know what her singing background is, but when I'm looking at these things, when we see there's an increase in work going on here in the neck, pushing out the arm there is going to help us to anchor the sound or help us to stabilize that sound through those back muscles. Hallucination! And we're seeing that increase in pressure, so like not in pressure, but in work here. So although you might not be thinking like, she's not really like sobbing or anything, so you can hallucination. You can hear that definite like sound in her singing, and that is so important when we're staying in this thicker vocal fold sound, and we don't want to make it sound like punk or screaming at someone. And that is the thyroid tilt. So the thyroid is where the vocal folds live. We need to tilt that little sucker forward so that it sounds like singing, and it sounds more like singing, and it facilitates us getting higher in the range. So if you really struggle to sing higher in the range and you're like, Zoe, I feel like I hit a ceiling, or I feel like I'm dragging up too much weight in my singing voice, then that really needs to be looked at on a case-by-case basis. So check out the link in the description below, because we would love to help you with this personally in a one-to-one singing lesson. You can sign up down below. It needs to be said, what did those background dancers just do? They just did like a full-on back bend. Did you see that? We need to watch that again. Did you see they just went backwards? Obviously their feet are stuck to the floor, but like that's not by the by. That's still really hard. Wow! Before we do that, you could hear she goes, hello. She goes into the falsetto sound, then she goes, hey, hey, hey! And you see the definite pushing through. Really important that we are supporting the sound. I say supporting because it can mean a whole bunch of different things to different people. We are going up with the chest, down and pulling back and down with the back, so that we're supporting through those lat muscles to really stabilize the larynx. Such a shame actually that they have to be like the end of the song, boom, and then like, fuck off into the air. You could see that, hey, 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 and she did a lovely big belty note there. So the main difference between belting and higher chest voice is actually very, very minimal, but we're looking the cricoid is the bottom part. I don't talk all about the cricoid very much here on the channel. The cricoid is the lower part of the larynx. We've got the thyroid and the cricoid. The cricoid actually tips back to allow the vocal folds to get thicker than thick. That is something though that it's really about like not just belting the shit out of your whole song. It's about really choosing particular parts of the song, like she just did there. She did and she did just those 1 or 2 little notes there. It just gives it that extra boost because we can get volume through the belting, which we can't do through just pushing a whole bunch of chest voice. Otherwise you just like blow a gasket. Wow. I cannot wait to take a look at more Sissal. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of that performance and who I should take a look at next. I'd love to hear from you. But first, I have a massive favor to ask. I have a huge goal for 2025 and I really want to hit 1 million subscribers so that I can help more people like yourself here on YouTube for free with their singing technique. I'm totally grateful if you subscribe to the channel. And if you do, when we hit 1 million, I'm going to be releasing my signature Find Your Chest Voice 10 weeks of singing lessons for you for free here on YouTube. So hit that subscribe button and I'd love to help you even further with your vocal technique. Mwah! Just remember, anyone can learn to sing. Check out some more Eurovision up here. That just blew me away. I think I'm just going to have another cup of coffee and like digest all of that. Sissal, you are amazing. I cannot believe that you didn't do better than you did, but the world is unfair and that's what I'm starting to learn. What an incredible singer. And I need to now go and practice after hearing that because she has just not only motivated me, but also made me feel bad for not practicing. Ka kite anō.